Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, we've got the 3 new characters for 1.6, all dropped at once. Normally they drip feed these one at a time across 3 days, but we've got them all here. So we got Dr. Ratio. If it's meant to be ratio or something like that, I'm not too sure. I read that word as ratio. I apologize if it's ratio. We'll have to wait and see. Then we've got Ruan Mei. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be said. I always butcher names, but dude, she's a contender. We'll talk about her in a sec. And then for the 4-star, the other two were the 5 stars, we got Xueyi, which we have seen in the story. So I'll leave timestamps if you want us to, like, he talks about each character individually. But the first one I'm going to talk about is Xueyi. Now, we do see her in the story when you've got Danny Boy walking around with Sushang and Locha. She was injured. Locha heals her, talks about how she's in the judges and stuff like that. But she's a machine chick. So the interesting thing for me with this one, she is a 4-star quantum destruction unit. The really awkward thing for her is the fact that QQ exists, because QQ is essentially operates as a destruction unit, not a erudition unit. She has heavy single target damage as well as AoE capabilities, and that's pretty much what was meant to be assigned to destruction. And as we all know, destruction is the current meta in the game for DPS units. I mean, let's face it, you can do anything you want with anything, but you know, the top tier units, we got Danny Boy, we got Jing Liu, they're destruction. So will she be better than all the other 4 stars? That is the question. I honestly don't think they make her better than QQ, because then she's starting to compete with other 5 stars, but who knows? They may well do it. Curious to see what her kit is. They are very good at adding in like little niche implementations on each character to make them work in different situations and have different functionalities. So I'm definitely curious to see how they do that with her, whether we have some health sacrificing. We should obviously have some decent single target damage with some additional AoE cleave type damage as well. But curious to see what she brings. Now, as for which banner she will be on, my guess would be that just like it's hard because they dumped all these literally at once. Or pretty close to it once, pretty close to each other. But the second one they dropped was Dr. Ratio, whatever it is. And to me, if he was the second one, every time they've done it so far, I'm pretty sure, the second one they drop has been the second banner. So I'd assume she would be on his banner. We will have to wait and see. I guess a lot of people ain't going to be getting copies. Let me know. Based on appearance, who are you guys getting? I mean, he's a pretty good looking dude, but I feel like I feel like this is going to be their moneymaker for the patch. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I feel like they normally put the moneymaker at the start, and then they add the 4-star into the less desirable character that they think less players will roll for, so they may roll for the 4 stars. That's the way I think it's been going. Having said that, we did start with Zilla and then go into Jing Yuan, so yeah, I just proved myself wrong. But hey, maybe that's because they learned first up. I don't know. But that is Xueyi. I'm pretty. Let me know how I win the pronunciation. I'm pretty sure that's how they say it in the game, but I could well be wrong. But 4-star quantum destruction. Next up, Ruan Mei. I know I'm saying Ruan. I know it's meant to be like roll into one. Ruan Mei. Let's talk about Mei. Ice Harmony. This is the first 5-star Harmony unit we've had since Bronya, unless I'm having a massive brain fart. So to me, she has to be cracked. I feel like Bronya is beyond cracked, and if you're releasing your next Harmony character this far into the game and it's exclusive one, she got to be damn cracked, because now they're turning solo sustain units like Fu Xuan into, you know, sustain / Harmony characters with their crit buff, HP buffs and stuff like that. To me, if you are now a new Harmony character coming into the game, you've got to compete and probably beat Bronya, and you've definitely got to beat the sustain units like Fu Xuan. So I would assume that she is going to be beyond cracked levels, based purely on that assumption alone, that she's competing with Bronya and she's an exclusive unit. So I think, I feel like this is going to be a good one to pull for. For me, I've got, on my main account, I'm probably going to say for her. I'll have to think about it and get back to you guys. But my thoughts are, I've got Locha, I've got Fu Xuan, sustain sorted. I've got, who have I even got? I got QQ, I got Blade, I mean, I don't have the greatest DPS. I don't have any of the top tier ones. Maybe I still need DPS, but I don't give a shit. I'm pulling for her because she's support. I don't even need to see what her kit is. She got a wicked appearance. She's a Harmony. And she's got to be better than Bronya, doesn't she? So that's what I'm looking at. As for my alt account, I'm going to go for Xueyi. Then I'm probably going to try and have a crack at her and see if I can get it as well. Purely because I got Jingliu on that account, and I like the ice synergy of being able to run those two against ice weak enemies. Who knows? Maybe she's like Bronya, where she doesn't really do that much break or anything like that, and won't matter. But I'm curious to see whether she has break units, what kind of support she has. I just think she looks absolutely wicked, and she's a 5-star Harmony. Which, dude, it has taken so long to get a 5-star Harmony into the game after Bronya. I'm not missing someone, am I? No, because all the Harmonies we use are 4 stars, except for Bronya. I think she looks sick. Pretty excited about this one, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Then we have Dr. Ratio, Dr. Ratio, whatever we want to call this dude. He's holding some sort of stone tablet binder thing, obviously gazing at the stars, controlling stuff. He's a Hunt DPS, imaginary Hunt. My problem with Hunt is if he's going to be good in the current state of the game, they either need to change the current state of the game or make him have some sort of cleave ability or some sort of support ability. So the way they've gone with destruction units, I feel like if you are a Hunt unit coming into the game now, you need to either have Zealot type capabilities where you can take extra turn skill adds, or have something in your kit that is AoE, which goes completely against the premise of Hunt. But hey, you've got to have it because you've got to be able to hyper carry. We've seen it with Topaz. She's like, I mean, you can hyper carry her. I mean, we're talking about zero cycling. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you like the dude, go ahead and pull for him. But I feel like Topaz, she's more of a Nihility unit. This guy, because if we look at all Hunt units, Zeal is an exception because she has the ability to do AoE whilst being a single target. She can do multiple single targets. Yang Qing, single target, completely out of meta. Everyone's favorite 4-star at the start of the game, Su Shang, yeah, she was great, but like now with the current state of the meta, when you can clap everything so hard now that everyone's geared and shit, you know, single target, it just doesn't work. So I'm curious to see whether they lean him towards being a supportive single target, or whether they give him some sort of capabilities to be able to clear waves, or whether they actually just stay true to him and go, no, we're actually going to make him deal single target damage, but beyond belief. If his single target damage is less than Jingliu and Imbibitor Lunae, and he's a damage dealer, I feel like there's something wrong with the game. They just made those destruction units single target damage is way too high. And now it's like, what do you do with a Hunt character that is a damage dealer that literally focuses on single target damage? You got to make them big ass damage to be able to compete with those guys and have something else in their kit to make people really like want that type of unit. But we'll have to see. Like I said, at the end of the day, guys, let me know who you're going to pull for out of these three. I mean, that's probably me right there. But yeah, this guy could be savage. Have to wait and see. He is imaginary, which is also a plus in my opinion, because we don't have too many imaginary DPS in the game at the moment. Well, we got Welty Boy, we got Yukong. He's going to help out with the damaging side as well. Have to wait and see, but both characters look really sick, and even the 4-star I really like, but I just don't think they're going to let her compete with QQ, so it's kind of like a lost cause. But hey, could be well wrong. This is just assumptions. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.